All right, so it looks like we actually got an update to Payday 3. Not in the game, but from the devs. It's a blog post on their website. Now, before we get into that, I just want to say, yeah, I know I said I was going to cover more Payday 3, but I'll be honest, I kind of forgot about it. So now that I'm kind of returning to Payday 3 a little bit, I do want to start playing that game more to get more of an opinion on it, because right now I've only played maybe 5 hours of the game, and a lot of it was just trying to find games to play in. So hopefully whenever this next update comes out, things will get a bit smoother. I'll be able to find more games, and I'll be able to actually give a solid opinion about Payday 3. We'll see. Back to what we're talking about here. It looks like this whole update delay and the silence from the studio is due to some sort of bug or something with the patch pipeline. Let me go ahead and just read the blog post here for you. Heisters, we've been quiet over the last few days, and for that we apologize. It's not easy to communicate when we have not been able to offer any updates on the one big topic that's on everyone's mind right now. When are the patches coming to Payday 3? Despite our silence, we want to assure you all that the team is working on our main priority, which is to get the patch we promised out to you, and to make sure our patching process allows us to continue publishing them at a steady cadence in the future. We know it sucks to keep hearing the same thing, so allow us to lift the curtains a little and give you some insight on what the team is working on right now. The patch has been sent off and is currently going through a testing and certification process. We have made the commitment to our players to keep parity between all platforms, so this is an important part of that process. So I guess they're sending off a build to Sony and Microsoft, and I guess Valve. I don't know if Valve cares though, honestly. The reason it has taken so long to get the first patch ready is very long and complicated, but the short version is that we discovered critical errors with our update pipeline shortly after the game released. There was a significant risk to player progression being wiped if we didn't address this and ensured a solid test environment. Thank God they didn't rush this. I know it wouldn't matter for me because I think I'm only level like 10 or something like that, but I've seen people hit like 100 already, and that would suck for those people. We see a lot of your feedback about the progression system. Our designers are looking at how the system can be adapted to balance both the challenge system as well as offering infamy points for each heist, and we'll come back with more information on what this looks like soon. Once we can consistently deliver patches, the team will also deliver on our plans for more content for the game. Expect to see free content updates for the game before the end of the year. We'll share more information on what these will be when we get there. Again, we apologize for our silence. We see your frustration and anger, and we can assure you that this is not a situation we want to be in. The team is working hard on a game that will be supported for years to come and making Payday 3 the new criminal dawn. So there you have it. That is our update. Now here's what I wanted to focus on with this blog post here specifically. It looks like they already have something sent off to Sony, Microsoft, and Valve. So I would expect an update coming out relatively soon-ish if I had to wager a guess. And let me just say, I'm not a professional by any means. I don't know what game dev looks like, but if I had to hazard a guess, I would say we might see something as soon as next week. The next thing I wanted to focus on, I think I already made a comment about it earlier, is that if they didn't do what they had to do to get this in a solid state, a lot of people would have lost their progression. That would have pissed everybody off. So I'm thankful that they actually took the time to get this done correctly in a safe way so that no one's character progression got wiped, because that would be a goddamn nightmare to say the least. And now I know they really focused on the whole, like, you know, we didn't really say anything for a while, and part of me kind of gets that. Good communication from a dev would be great, especially for a game like Payday 3 and the state that it was in upon release. But, you know, I get it. They're working on the game, and it's not like they're taking your money and running, you know? Like, where the fuck are they gonna go? Granted, I understand a lot of people's frustration with that, and I'm glad that they actually addressed that within the blog post. I'm hoping to see a bit more communication in the future, but I'm not holding my breath for it at the same time. You know what I mean? Now that we got this update from the dev about Payday 3, I'm starting to feel a little bit more confident about this game, though I am still kind of on the fence about only having the 8 heists at launch. That's just me. I personally would have liked to have seen something closer to 20 heists, where maybe the first 3 to 5 were traditional smash and grabs, kind of like 4 stores or the first heist in Payday 3. But that's just me. Again, I'm just throwing stuff out there. just to kind of give you a small idea of what I'm thinking about Payday 3 right now. Again, once I get more game time in with it, I'll have a full first impressions on it. I wouldn't call it a review, but just a first impressions. But some of these heists, I just don't know what to fucking do. You know, I would like to get more comfortable with the game by having those smash and grab type heists in the beginning. But you know, it is what it is. I do hope we see more of those kinds of heists down the road, because sometimes I just want to rob a bank. In Payday 3. So that's the update. That's kind of where I'm at with Payday 3 right now. Are you guys still playing Payday 3? Do you guys like it? What are your thoughts on Payday 3 right now? Let me know down in the comments below. That being said, I'm going to wrap it up here. I'm going to go and turn my AC back on because it is hot in here, and I turn off my fans and shit to record so it doesn't come through in the audio. But yeah, if you like what you saw, make sure you hit that like and subscribe buttons, because your boy is trying to grow the channel, and any help I get will be very much appreciated. With that being said, stay hydrated. I hope you have a good one, and I'll catch you next time.